What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. And this is, for whatever reason, Andy Muschietti is still going to be the director of Batman Brave and the Bold. He, of course, is the director of the It movies, which I liked, but he unfortunately was the director for the Flash movie, which set up for failure multiple different ways. It was a badly adapted Flashpoint. They should have just adapted it. At this point, the animated series is still the superior adaptation, might even be better than the comic itself. So maybe just go watch that if you want Flashpoint. But regardless, he's still going to be the director now after some reports he weren't. Let's get into this. Did Warner Brothers put Andy Muschietti in a no-win situation by announcing a reboot of the DCEU ahead of the release of The Flash? Well, yes, and it also released The Flash, and it also chose to badly adapt The Flash. It also chose to kept Ezra Miller as The Flash, and so on and so on and so forth. Or would it have movie have flopped either way? Yeah, it would have. With a different actor, other than he's doing what ifs, and the what ifs are all yes, that would have failed based on what they were doing. We'll never know, but Muschietti has a chance to redeem himself a bit within the superhero fandom as he's set to helm the DCU's first Batman film, The Brave and the Bold, which of course we have seen is a fan cast for Alan Ritchson and or Jensen Ackles, depending on who you ask, which will feature the big screen debut of Damian Wayne. Yes, his fourth. So in the first introduction to Batman, we're going to have him on his fourth Robin. Not what I would have done, but okay. Recently, reports surfaced that Muschietti had been fired from the adaptation, but former Hollywood trade reporter turned online scooper Jeff Schneider is reporting that, according to his sources, Muschietti is still attached. And there we go. There's that tweet because, yep, they're saying he's still going on. And of course, the rumors were that Muschietti was fired after the absolutely abysmal ratings for The Flash and the losing of money, which would have happened no matter what because of all the delays and Ezra Miller being Ezra Miller and just bad, poor choices to begin with. That being said, everything with Keaton was good for what it was. His role in the film was decent. The fight scenes were good. Obviously, it was a stunt double. It was still good. The music was on point. He had a little character arc and some catharsis there at the end. And so still couldn't save the movie, but Michael Keaton was the least offensive part of that whole movie. So Andy, as far as Batman is concerned, hasn't messed up yet. And I don't know if it was his choice to go that route with the story and not do an actual adaptation of Flashpoint. Probably wasn't his choice, though. So, of course, that was Snyder confirming, and then DC Films over here confirming on behalf of Snyder, whatever. And here we have BatmanOnline.com. I can't say that I was at WarnerBrothers.com consulting on the new Batman film, but here's a photo I took of Andy Muschietti's office and golf cart. So unless they just haven't gotten around to painting it over yet, because again, as we've heard, there's no script and they aren't even casting yet, despite the fan casting rumors we've heard. DC Studios co-chair James Gunn shared earlier this month that the Batman was not the next main character to be cast in the DCU following the addition of Millie Alcock's Supergirl. And if they pay attention to their release schedule, they would have to cast the Authority live action first, which means Apollo and Midnighter. And yes, those are the only two Authority figures I know about because they marketed them as gay Batman and gay Superman in the 90s. Additionally, he stated The Brave and the Bold does not yet have a script, an indication that the start of production on the project is currently planned for the far off future. Yeah, and we've always said this, baby, you got to get through one movie. You got to get through Superman Legacy and convince us that you're not building a big old pile of shit. Now, all the casting has been on point and checkbox free. I don't know how he's managed that, but all the main characters look like the main characters in the comics. He got a white male redhead to look like a white male redhead. Jimmy Olsen looks like Jimmy Olsen in the comics. It's extraordinary. I don't know how he did it. I know who he bribed. I'm sure he'll have to pay that off somewhere, but get through one movie first. When rolling out the Gods and Monsters film slate back in 2023, here's what Gunn had to say about DCU's Batman film. This is the introduction of the DCU's Batman. This is the story of Damian Wayne, who is Batman's actual son and who we didn't know existed for the first 8 to 10 years of his life. He was raised as a little murderer and assassin. He's a little son of a bitch. He's my favorite. Of course, he's your favorite, Robin. It's based on the Grant Morrison's comic book run, which is one of my... So it's our first introduction, but you're introducing a Batman that's been around for over a fucking decade, is on his fourth Robin, so probably already had his back broken by Bane, has gone through most of his seminal stories, including Jason Todd being killed and coming back as... So everything's already done, basically. Don't know why he chose to do that, but we'll see. Maybe he'll do a bunch of flashback movies. While fans looking forward to The Brave and the Bold may have a lengthy wait. Yeah, we have a lengthy wait for this and the Batman. Oh, good. They're going to talk about it. Discovery has a ton of Batman and Batman related material coming out in the upcoming. Yeah, the Penguin show, which wrapped filming, and by all accounts, Edward Pattinson has Edward Pattinson. Pattinson is on board. It's like a cameo or something like that. And then the actual Batman, we haven't heard anything about a script yet. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. Do you think it's a good idea to start Brave and the Bold on his fourth Robin? I don't know. I don't. And Andy Muschietti, what do you think? You think he's going to be a good director? Again, I liked it, and I liked the Batman things he did in The Flash. So I guess it really just comes down to how much control he had over The Flash. Probably not that much. Let me know. Like, share, sub. If you've done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well,